Hello friends and yoga lovers. My name is Adriana Lee and today I'm going to be sharing with you some easy wrist stretches that you can add on before your yoga practice, and then also some really simple tips and techniques for you to do that you can learn today to get the pain out of your wrists in your yoga practice. So first let's start out with those wrist stretches. First, start out in a comfortable cross-legged seat. If the hips are tight, you could sit on top of a blanket or a block. And bring your right palm to face you. Bring your left thumb to the right pinky knuckle and wrap your fingers around your pinky. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, use your thumb to traction the pinky forward. Send the heel of the hand forward, stretching out the whole hand, the wrist, and then spread the fingers wide. Deep breath in to switch. Bring your thumb to the ring finger knuckle. Wrap your fingers around. Take an inhale. And then exhale, traction the hand forward. Spread the fingers wide. Press the heel of hand forward and micro bend your elbow. Inhale to switch. Bring your thumb to the middle finger knuckle. Wrap the fingers around. Exhale, send the hand forward. Again, you're gently tractioning, gently pulling back on the middle finger knuckle, and at the same time spreading the other fingers wide. Inhale to switch. Catch onto index finger knuckle. Wrap the fingers around. And exhale, send the heel of the hand forward. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale to switch. Now all 5 fingers grab onto the thumb. You're coming from the back of the hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, send the heel of the hand forward again, stretching all the other fingers out. All right, and then other side. Left palm faces you. Bring your right thumb to the pinky knuckle. Wrap the fingers around the pinky. Inhale. And exhale, send the pinky forward. Spread the fingers wide. Send the heel of the hand forward. Inhale to switch, catching onto ring finger knuckle. Exhale, find that gentle traction. So you're not really pulling the finger back. It's just that little bit of extra traction just using your thumb. Inhale to switch. Exhale, send the middle finger forward. Spread the fingers wide. Heel of the hand presses forward. Micro bend the elbow. Inhale to switch. Catch onto index finger. So these stretches actually come from forest yoga. Inhale to switch. Exhale, send forward. And they're extremely helpful for preventing carpal tunnel, arthritis, and also just to help stretch out the hands. We use our hands constantly, more than anything else, and we stretch them never. Go ahead and release, roll out your wrists. Find any organic movements that would feel good. And then we'll move on to our second stretch. So open the arms really wide, relax the shoulders, bring your thumb in first. And then wrap each of your fingers in, wrapping on top of the thumb, make a fist. Take an inhale. Exhale, cat paw your fists in. Feel for stretching out the backs of the wrists, the backs of the forearms, and the back of the hand. Inhale to release one finger out at a time. Spread the fingers really wide. Exhale, take your thumb in first. Wrap in one finger at a time. And now move your hands outward as if you were pouring 2 jugs of water. So you want to feel this stretch in your texting muscles. So along the top of the thumb and then the top of the forearm. So this should feel really nice. And then release one finger out at a time. Exhale, take your pinky in first this time. And now wrap in one finger at a time with the thumb on top, make a fist. Exhale, lower the fist downward. So now you're stretching out again the back of the hands, the back of the forearms, back of the wrists. Inhale to release one finger out at a time and let that go. You can shake it. All right. So the next, our third and final stretch, you're going to either come onto the knees, and if that's not comfortable, you can stay on, you can stay cross-legged, but on the knees will give you a little bit more space to go deeper. If you have sensitive knees, you can kneel on top of a folded up blanket. So here you're bringing your fingertips to the mat and then lowering only down to that first knuckle. So the heels of the hand stays lifted, the palm stays lifted, and the thumb stays lifted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and micro bend your elbows. You're just gently pulling back. It should feel like a big stretch in the forearm, wrists, the hands, the fingers. One more deep breath in. Exhale, press the whole palm down now. And then again, maybe find that micro bend in the elbows. If you need a little bit more here, you'll lean back more, bend the elbows more. You might find that you don't need any more, and that's totally fine too. Good, stay for one more breath. And on your inhale, slowly peel the hands up off the mat, and then find any just organic movement here. You could maybe come onto the backs of the hands, make a fist, just anything that would feel good for you. All right, and as promised, I'm going to show you a technique right now that you can start adding into your practice in order to get the pain out of your wrists. So it's always good to start out with wrist stretches, of course, but when you're in down dog, when you're in plank, when you're in any poses where you're bearing weight on your hands, remember, these bones, these carpals, they're actually weight-bearing bones. So your body is meant to bear weight on your hands, but we basically stop bearing weight on our hands when we stop crawling. So think about that. Like, those bones, they are not as dense right now because they're not used to bearing weight, but over time, throughout your yoga practice, it does get easier and it does feel better. But when you're first starting out, this technique is called Hasta Bandha, and this technique will really, really help get the pain out of your wrist right off the bat. So when you are placing your hands on the mat, I want you to spread your fingers pretty wide. Give yourself a nice stable base. And then think about when you're in down dog, your body's in this upside down V shape. It's very easy to send all the weight into the heel of the hand and then just leave it there. What I want you to do instead is pour weight into your fingertips. So you're through the fingertips, press down into your knuckles, and then allow just like a tiny little puff of space in the very palm of your hand. And then the space between the index finger and the thumb, I want you to really ground down there. So bring your hands to the mat, give that a try. Spread the fingers really wide. Press into your fingertips. I want to see, I'm not going to see it, but you're going to see it. I want you to see your fingertips turn like just a little bit white because you're gripping the mat. And then press down through the knuckles, press down through that space between the index finger and the thumb. So this is Hasta Bandha, this is your hand lock. And so in down dog, of course, you can hold down dog without doing this. It's not going to feel good, but it's possible. But when you think about as your practice progresses, moving into things like arm balances or handstands, it's going to be almost impossible to balance just on the heel of the hand. So you're strengthening your hands in down dog and in plank pose and in all of these other poses where you're bearing weight on the hands in order to get them ready for things that are even more challenging. Now, you never have to do a handstand, and you can still have a yoga practice that is full and fulfilling and satisfying for the rest of your life. But if you're into that sort of thing, then you want to start really thinking about spreading the weight evenly and getting the hands stronger. Well, I hope that this video helped. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you had tried these before, if they're new to you. Comment, let me know what you want to see next. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. Namaste.